Each episode of the Lion Goat podcast is completely improvised. Expect comedy. Do not expect consistency or sense to be made. This is random nonsense for your amusement. I am Podbot. I was inspired by the excellent podcast, Improv for Humans, with Matt Besser. Listen to his show. On today's episode you'll meet Maxwell Cooper, privateer. Will he solve the case? You'll have to stick around to find out. Warning, the following podcast contains explicit material intended for emotionally immature adults. Trigger warnings for this episode include discussion about adult themes, violence, profanity, murder, sexually explicit behavior, political incorrectness, animal, emotional, mental, physical, sexual, and substance abuse. Normally I'd say don't listen, but I actually kind of like this one.
Welcome to your next experience of the great beyond.
Are you ready? Set. Wait a minute, I didn't clack the fucking clacker.
It was a dark and stormy night. He clacked his clacker 3 times and looked into the camera with a misty look in his eyes. He'd been having a panic attack for 3 days straight, and there was no end in sight that he could see. The storms were blowing the trees in his backyard, and it felt like they were gonna fall on his house. It was just about that time when the door began to rattle. He could tell someone was trying to get in, but he didn't know who or from where they had come. He looked a little closer. Yes, the doorknob was definitely trying to twist, but it was like the person didn't know how to work a doorknob. That's when he realized he needed to unlock the door.
This one's locked. I said enter.
Yeah, better unlock that so they can get in. Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is it?
Me! Could you let me in? It's raining cats and dogs out here.
I know it's, yeah. Are you wearing an umbrella? Here you go, I will open the door.
I open the door. I look around. Good evening, Miss Conrad.
May I come in?
I want you to.
Hello, can I help you?
I close the door. I turn the handle.
Are you the private detective?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I am Cooper Maxwell, private investigator. How can I help you?
Over there, Miss Conrad. Sit down.
No.
I've lost my dog.
You lost your dog. What kind of dog is it, ma'am?
It's the kind that likes to run away.
Obviously, you should probably get a leash. There are laws in this city.
I use a leash when I take it for walks. It's just that it runs outside when I open the door.
You probably need a little training. I can help you. I know a man. He's an excellent pet trainer.
Another kind of a guy, I mean.
That sounds marvelous, but first, I'll need you to help me find him. Do you think you can help me?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm a professional private investigator.
I'm desperate, Mr. Maxwell.
I will get to the bottom of this case, the missing dog. What kind of dog is it, ma'am?
It's a little Boston Terrier. He's black and white and covered in spots.
Do you have any pictures of him?
Well, yes, of course I do.
Have you been putting up flyers in around your neighborhood?
I could make you a quick drawing if you needed me to.
Okay, that would be fine. Yes.
I'm a rather good illustrator.
Okay, here's some pen and a paper.
This is gonna be riveting for your audience.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sure. Now, let me tell you, it was on Friday night. The milkman came, and he knocked on the door, and I thought it was extremely rare that he would be coming so late in the evening because my husband wasn't at home. And so I opened the door ever so cautiously. Yet my dog, little Rufus Rumpskin, he ran up, and I couldn't stop him. It's horrible. It's just so horrible.
Yes, ma'am. Is your dog chipped?
What?
Tell me about your dog. Is he, chipped?
No, his name's Rufus, not Chip. Not Chip, it's Rufus.
No, not Chip. Is your dog Rufus chipped?
Well, no. If I had him chipped, do you think I would be here?
Is he spayed and neutered?
Don't touch me, you...
Would I need your services?
Well, sometimes in a hasty panic, you forget what is quite obvious, I've learned.
Well, I guess that's true. I have forgotten a thing or two in the last couple of days.
I'm just looking at all the angles, ma'am.
You see, it's been days, and I'm just worried he hasn't had any of his gourmet feed. He hasn't had any of his lamb and rice meal. He hasn't had his heartworm peel. He might die out there. It's dangerous.
No, ma'am. Please don't panic. I'm on the case. I will find Rufus Rumbleskin.
Oh. Well, in that case, I feel much better.
$50 a day in expenses, ma'am. That's my going rate.
$50 a day plus expenses, or does that include expenses?
Plus expenses. Detailed receipts. I keep them for tax purposes. It's not easy being self-employed, you know.
Well, I suppose anything's worth it to get Rufus back.
Good.
Is there another way that I could pay you?
Well, I take credit cards. No checks. As long as the cards aren't stolen, I'm a very good detective, ma'am. I'll find out.
What about if I place my hand gently on your chest like this?
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. There's no need. And, that sort of thing. I haven't even found your dog yet.
Are you sure there's no other way I could pay?
I'll take 2 whole chickens and a plate of dry toast.
Romantic, yeah?
Well, that's much cheaper than $50. Of course, I'll give you chickens right now. I have some in the back. Rufus loves to eat them and catch them sometimes, and that's part of the reason why I'm so cautious when I open the door.
Okay.
I just don't want him to get out there and get the chickens.
Does he have a collar, ma'am? Is his address on his collar?
Well, no, but he does have a collar. I don't normally paint the address on there. Is that something I should do?
Yes, ma'am. That way, anybody who finds your stray dog will know where to send him home. In case this happens next time. Maybe put your phone number on there.
Oh, you're so smart, Mr. Maxwell.
Well, I've been around, ma'am. It's not my first case. And certainly not my first missing dog.
How do these things normally work when I'm paying with chickens?
Well, give me 3 to 5 days and I'll find them. 3 to 5 business days, ma'am. I take weekends off. Since it is Friday, I will hit the streets running to solve your case. Monday morning at 7 a.m. Thank you for stopping by.
No, you can't wait that long. He must be rescued immediately. I mean, it's been gone for 2 days already. There's no way we can wait until Monday.
Fair enough.
All right.
I'm on the case. Now, what's his favorite treat?
Was that the sound of a parrot?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a parrot in here?
I don't have a parrot here.
Oh, I thought I heard a parrot. His favorite meal is lamb and rice gourmet food. I brought a small little satchel of it here. Perhaps you could use this to try and find him? Could you use this?
I will, of course. This is exactly what I want you to do. I want you to not worry any longer because Cooper Maxwell is on the case of Rufus.
But really, you can't wait until Monday. I need you to try.
No, I'm on it right now. And what I want you to do is go home. Rest your pretty head on your pleasantly plump pillow.
It is ever so pleasantly plump. How did you know?
I was right.
Before you do that, though, set this dish outside, his favorite dish, outside your front door, just in case. He comes in the middle of the night and he's hungry.
Oh, well, yes, of course. Yes, I've done that.
Okay. Have you put up flyers in the neighborhood?
Yes, of course. But how did you know that my pillow was pleasantly plump?
Well, what?
How did you know? How pleasantly plump?
You're standing right in front of me.
My pillow is...
Oh, of course, your pillow. Everyone should have a pleasantly plump pillow. That's the best way to sleep.
Well, yes, of course. It's the best way to sleep. I just...
Down feathered pillow. Best pillow you'll ever have. Anyway, excuse me, ma'am. I'm on this case.
Okay, well, I guess I'll see you later with my chickens. Thank you for your services, Mr. Maxwell.
Yes, I will be in touch.
You're ever so charming.
Thank you.
And you have such a lovely, sultry voice.
Thank you.
Okay, well. He strapped on his hat and stepped outside into the rainy night.
Slapped on my hat.
The drizzle drizzled down his cheeks as he looked into the street lamp and he noticed the incandescence, the yellow light shimmering off the dew. He thought to himself,
I didn't bring an ashtray with me, and I don't litter.
I've got to get an elevator soon. Walking down all these stairs is going to be the death of me. He headed off to his car. It was a nice four-door brown sedan with 250 hungry horses under the hood. Smoke billowed from the tailpipe, and he knew it was time for his next maneuver.
Where am I going? Where to start looking for this Rufus? Rufus Rumpelstiltskin. Who the fuck names a dog Rufus Rumpelstiltskin? What a dumb name. Oh well, for $50 a day, you gotta do what you gotta do. Pay them bills. I think I'll start in the neighborhood. Speak to the pound.
I went through it.
Made my way across city. Wait a minute, shouldn't you be narrating? Who's the narrator in this part?
Huh?
I drove.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh shit. Police better pull over.
But our officers... It took 4 minutes to get there.
As he pulled up to the police station, there were sirens going off everywhere. Lights were shining everywhere. There were police cars coming in every direction. He could tell there was a major heist or something going down.
I wonder what's going on. Must be donut day.
He pulled up to the captain, and he asked him,
Captain, how's tricks?
well, you know, it's another night, another hooscow,
Yeah.
another Rambo scallion out there just causing trouble in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. So you don't know what the fuck is going on, do you, Chief?
We got a bank heist. We got 3 armed robberies, 2 meth deals,
Well, that's a lot. You guys are spread thin.
and that's just in the last 10 minutes.
Busy. Must be a full moon. What can I do to help?
What can I do for you, Maxwell?
Well, Chief, we go along back. You know, when I was on the force. You were my only friend.
Of course, of course. It's been 10 years since you retired from the force, but you were the best damn detective we had.
True. I see you still have my picture up on the wall.
Well, of course we do. I mean, you don't forget the best damn detective in the world. We'll take a break for some advertisements and we'll be right back.
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors. Just imagine, this could be your advertisement. Please reach us at LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com to provide sponsorship. And now, back to the show.
What were you saying?
Well, Chief, I'm looking for a dog. You got a moment?
Well,
I'm on the case, sir. But I see that you need help here. Anything I can do.
don't worry about that.
Looks like your dance card is full, Chief.
My dance card's pretty full. I mean, what can I tell you?
Okay, back to you.
It's a busy night out here. What sort of case are you on, though, Maxwell?
Special Technical Research Laboratory.
I'm looking for a dog. Maybe you've seen him. I want to check out your mug shots, see if he's been brought in.
A dog?
Yeah, a dog.
I mean, we're dealing with real crime here, Maxwell.
I understand that.
We've got 3 bank heists,
You're busy.
2 armed robberies, and 2 meth deals.
Meth deals? Oh my God, I can't believe that. Scourge. It's a pandemic, really.
Give me the rest of that halva. I may need it for comfort.
Yeah, I I mean, it's a busy city. You can see two of my boys over there roughing up.
Well, that guy's a CI. Anyway, Chief.
Yeah.
Let me just peruse the catalog.
I mean, sure, you're welcome to go in, take a look at the board. You can see
Have you arrested any dogs in the last few days matching this description, this drawing?
No, I mean, but I haven't talked to the animal control.
Right.
Well, I haven't talked to animal control in 3 days. I mean,
Right.
you could call him Timmy over there at animal control and see if he's picked up any strays. I mean, maybe that'd be the first place to look. I really thought you were a better detective than this. I don't know why you're coming to the police with dogs. I mean...
Well, you know, it's Thursday, and it's time for our annual card game.
You just said earlier when you were talking to a woman that was Friday night, you don't work weekend.
How do you know what I said to that woman? Have you bugged my office, Chief?
I mean, there's a week card going by. What's going on here? What are we talking about?
How do you know what my current case is?
You told me when you drove up. Don't you remember, Maxwell?
No, sir. I've had a few too many ryes. You know me, I like the sauce. And the sandwiches. And the sexy ladies dressed in red.
Well, there's nothing like a good sandwich. Do you remember that sandwich they've got down there at Josie's?
Yes.
You know, it's about time for my break. Should we go on down to Josie's and get one of those sandwiches?
Let's go on down to Josie's Cafe and get a Reuben. That's the one you're talking about, isn't it?
Of course.
With fresh sour cream. No, sauerkraut, not cream. I am a better detective than this.
You mean the whole police department can't find her? Tammy, you've got to find her. You've got to. We will, George. We will.
Maxwell and the police chiefs headed on down to Zoe's to get 2 fresh Reubens. That's corned hash beef on dark rye. The kind of sandwich that puts hair on your chest and piss in your vinegar. It's the kind of sandwich that changes a man's breath for the rest of the evening. There's no kissing a woman after one of these Reuben sandwiches, I tell you. A hot slice of kraut, that'll turn any woman off. No woman within a block would want to touch your lips after you've tasted this Reuben sandwich. Jesse's wasn't too far down the block. It only took a minute to get there. And not much happened on the way.
Good evening, Miss Conrad.
Yeah?
Hey, boys. Welcome back to Jesse's.
Sit down. Over there.
What can I get for ya?
Well, you know, the usual 2 black coffees and hot Reubens.
Well, we stopped serving Reubens at 5 p.m.
Burke.
But I suppose I could still make you another Reuben if you need me to. It'll be just a little bit longer, but have a seat. Here's your coffee.
Thank you.
As I remember, the 2 of you are sweet enough, and you take it black.
That's right. I like my coffee black like I like my men.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last thing that you said there, but I won't mind. Whatever you say, ha ha ha. Here's your coffee. It'll be just a moment on those Reubens.
Well, the stomach wants what the stomach wants, Chief, and thankfully Daisy is an excellent hostess and will help us.
I always forget that I stopped serving Reubens after 5. I should have thought of that when I recommended this place. Daisy and her mother, Jessie, they're both wonderful. And Zoe, too, which is what I believe the name of this restaurant was originally before I forgot.
No, Josie was the great-grandmother.
Did we come to Zoe's or Jessie's? I can't remember.
I think it's Zoe's.
Oh, okay, great. Well, in that case, tell me about this little pup you're looking for.
Well, he's a dog. Got 4 legs and a tail. You see this scruffy little patch right under his chin? It's spotted white. He escaped from a maximum security apartment.
Away from trains, gentlemen.
I see.
Hey, Danny.
Now, if you had a picture of the dog all along, why were you wanting to go and see our missing persons pictures?
Oh, just see who came in. I'm looking for a lover, Chief, to be honest. I can't find one. It's horrible.
You're looking for a lover? Well, I tell you what, you're looking in all the wrong places if you're looking at the police station. That might be a first mistake.
You can't take those with you. They belong to Dr. Stephen.
Well, some of the perps are pretty. I can't help them.
It'll be just about 5 more minutes on those Reuben boys.
Thank you, dear.
Just hold your horses. Does anyone need a top off on the coffee?
Sure thing.
Here you go. What's been going on, Maxwell? It's been a few days since you've been in the diner.
Well, I'm on the case. Looking for this little dog. Have you seen him?
Why, no, that's the cutest little dog I've ever seen. If I saw that dog, I might want to snatch him up myself.
You didn't need a cop's mind.
Of course, he is very cute. His name answers to the name of Rufus. Rufus Rumpelstiltskin. And if you see him, let me know.
Maxwell noticed that when Zoe said that she might want to snatch the dog up herself, she had a strange gleam in her eye.
I've seen that gleam before. Right after I discovered the missing Pop-Tarts.
Did you notice that when she said something about the dog? The wrong voice. Excuse me, suddenly I sound like...
Yeah, you sound a little bit like Dizzy Gillespie. I didn't know we were there.
Or Louis Armstrong. Well, what I was saying is, did you notice that gleam in her eye when she said she'd snatch up the dog herself, Maxwell?
Yep.
That seemed a bit strange to me.
Yep. I'm gonna have to follow her home. But let's enjoy these Reubens. How you been, Chief? How's Trix?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How's the wife, Maxwell?
You know she left 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were just saying you were looking for love in all the wrong places.
Of course.
Can't believe that I forgot that so quickly.
Well,
Here you are, boys. Here's your Reubens, hot and nasty. That's a hot corned hash beef on some sauerkraut, just like I know you like them. Now, do you boys want
did
to...
you put the Thousand Island dressing on the side like I like?
Of course, it's on the side, and here's your pickle.
Ooh,
A nice, big, fat pickle.
better be dill. Kosher sweet. That's what we like around here.
That's the only kind we serve. Are there any other kinds?
Not in my opinion.
We can talk about that later. You remember, Maxwell, if you ever get lonely, I always leave my phone number on the top of the receipt.
Oh, I thought that was your dimensions.
Sounds like she's got a hots for you there, Maxwell. Maybe you should take her home. Have you ever taken her up on that offer?
Maybe.
I tell you, you gotta stop smoking. It's illegal in this restaurant anyways.
Chief.
They finished their sandwiches with just a little bit of normal conversation. Not much else happened, frankly, for the next 2 hours. Maxwell hit the streets again. The streets continued to shimmer in the night rain. It was a nice evening. The weather wasn't too bad. It stopped raining, and suddenly we found Maxwell on the corner of 5th and 7th Street. There was a strange woman wearing only her knickers.
Let's go, Muddy.
Excuse me, ma'am. You're going to catch the death of code if you don't put some dry clothes on. Or clothes at all, for that matter.
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't understand you. There was this weird scratching noise coming from the background there. And I couldn't understand. What are you doing? What are you... Stop scratching yourself like that, sir. You're in public, don't you?
Yeah, it's a really hard to reach spot, right?
Don't you know that's deplorable? Why would you act like that in public? I mean, I know
Can you help me out? Right.
Sure. I guess, of course.
No, it's not. No. It's higher up than that. No. It's higher up than that.
Is that it? Am I getting it?
A little bit to the left. A little left.
Is that it?
Okay. That's it. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. 2 more. 3. Oh.
Is that too hard?
Oh, no, that's perfect. That's perfect. How did you know?
Well, you work in a business like mine, and you learn a few things, I'll tell you.
What kind of business are you in to be standing on the corner in your knickers, ma'am?
The oldest profession, of course. What did you think?
Oh, well. I thought you were a damsel in distress. Perhaps you needed my coat.
Oh, you're charming, sir, but I'm fine. I don't need help from anyone. I've got my pimp Johnny if I do need anything.
Well, good deal. I am on the case, ma'am. I was wondering if you've seen this dog anywhere there this evening or the past few days.
Why, that's the cutest little dog I've ever seen.
Yes.
If I were to see that dog, I'd probably snatch it up myself. It was just then Maxwell noticed a gleam in her eye when she said if she saw that dog, she would snatch it up herself.
Neighborhood's going to hell in a handbasket. Everybody's stealing dogs. I wonder why this is the first case I've had about a missing dog with so many. Must be a syndicate of dog snatchers in the neighborhood, I thought. I'll get to the bottom of this. Rufus, I'm on my way.
Was that a parrot that I just heard said? Are you carrying around a parrot?
That's my pocket parrot, ma'am. Pay it no mind, please.
A pocket parrot?
Yes. It's the newest trend in fashion.
Have you taught it to speak, or does it just squawk hideously like that?
It just squawks hideously right now. He has a speech impediment, so it's very difficult to get him to say anything other than squawk.
I see. It's probably hard to say squawk with a WK sound with a speech impediment like that.
It is most difficult for him. That's why it just makes that horrible screeching sound.
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors.
Perhaps you're one of those individuals who doesn't like to do things alone. You just can't get with it for some reason or other. You say you'd like to take a language course of some kind, but you feel that you might not keep up with the lessons if left on your own. Well, sir, USAFI, the United States Armed Forces Institute, has just the thing for you. Group study. USAFI group study courses are those in which USAFI materials are used and which are taught by service-procured instructors. It is regular classroom procedure, and if that's what you feel will help you most, join a group study class in the subject of your choice. Your education officer can plan a class and advise you as to enrollment. Look into it and develop your own power through knowledge with USAFI.
And now, back to the show.
Anyway, I am on the case.
Well, no, I haven't seen that dog anywhere, but I'll keep my eye out. Do you have a card or something?
Of course, here's my card. Give me a jingle if you happen to lay eyes upon this hound.
Cooper Maxwell. What a name. It sounds like a couple of unpaid interns.
It does, doesn't it? Intriguing. A man of mystery, perhaps? Yes, of course, I am, my dear.
Well, if you ever need my services, you know where to find me.
Corner of 5th and 7th. I'll never forget it.
Jealousy's a good, sound, substantial motive, I always say. Yeah, I always say it's 100% motive.
Maxwell headed off into the night again.
Yeah.
He'd driven 500 miles, but he'd only walked 2 blocks. He'd had a Reuben sandwich. He'd had an altercation with a common street whore. And he still was no closer to finding the dog Rufus that he was looking for.
This dog's hitting pretty good. I don't know if I'll ever find him.
It was just then that he realized he'd better contact some of his old contacts that he knew on the Upper East Side. Maybe one of them would know a little bit more about where a man could find a dog late on a Thursday or Friday evening, whichever the case might be.
Should I call him on the phone? Oh, well, I guess. Ah, shit. I don't have any dimes. Oh, wait. I found one laying on the street. Ah. Fortune is smiling upon me today. I might break this case with this phone call. Thank you for this dime universe. So what's that number? KK2799.
Just then, a dark, cold wind blew across Maxwell's cheek.
That's never good.
He could feel there was a change in the city. Something different was just about to happen.
We need an operator.
Operator?
Wrong number.
I didn't even ask her nothing. I just says operator. What's the matter with her? He got it back. Operator, will you please give me Alexander 4444?
I don't want to speak to my mother. I want to speak to Fields Employment Agency. Will you please give me Alexander 4444?
A little louder, please.
Please give me Alexander 4444.
Speaking it out, I would have to call him up to
Alexander 4444. It's only 2 blocks down here. Fields Employment Agency. You get you up and everything from everybody else. Please, Alexander 4444. 2 blocks from here. Alexander 4444.
Get the phone number in this apartment house. Alexander, you put the phone up so it's busy.
Alexander 16.
Oh. Me? I'm as dry as can be.
I must have plugged in Niagara Falls.
Operator?
Hello? Alexander 2222. How can I direct your call, sir?
What was that number?
You have to tell me the telephone number, sir. I don't have your telephone.
I'm trying to, ma'am. You need the number on this piece of K57999, upstate. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is my first time calling an operator.
It's your first time. Well, welcome. Thanks for using the operator service.
No problem, ma'am.
Thank you very much. We'll be happy to direct your call anywhere you'd like to.
I'm calling upstate, Jimmy Penswell.
Jimmy Penswell, okay. Is that the Penswell in 405?
Yes.
Penswell 405 coming up.
Hey, Jimmy. It's Cooper. Cooper Maxwell. How you doing?
Cooper Maxwell, see? I'm fine, Cooper. How are you today?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm on the case, Jimmy.
A case you don't say.
Yeah, I know. I've turned a blind eye to all your dog traffic in the past, but I'm looking for this particular dog. His name is Rufus Rumbleskins.
Wow. We only sell illegal dogs.
I understand that.
Is it an illegal dog, see?
Well, he could have been napped and brought to you.
Wow. We do give our dogs naps once a day, see?
Well, dog naps are...
We always want to make sure they're well rested.
Right. I know you take very well care of your animals. You're not mean to them or inhumane in any way, except for stealing them off the street and selling them. But I've turned a blind eye.
Well, it's just because they're worth so see?
I know. And this dog is too.
What breed is the dog you're looking for, see?
Black and white. It's one with 4 legs and a tail, sir.
No, what breed is it, sir? Are you just looking for a common street mutt?
No, it's a missing dog. Escaped from an apartment complex over here on the west side.
Well, what's it look like? Maybe if you describe the breed, I'd know if I have one, see?
It's a terrier of some sort. A Boston Terrier, perhaps? Or maybe an Atlanta Terrier?
Oh, a Boston Terrier, yeah, the little fish-eyed bulldog-looking one.
Yeah.
The little black and white one, see?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Black and white, got a little tuft of fur right on his chin.
I did have one of those a couple of days ago, see?
Right.
He just came in fresh off the paddy wagon, see?
Off the paddy wagon. Do you know what happened to him? Have you sold him illegally, sir?
Oh, yeah, we had to let that one go quickly. He was worth a lot of money, see?
Okay, do you have a name, perhaps an address of who the buyer was?
Well, I can't share the name of my clientele, you know. That could get the man killed, see?
Don't fight them, Mildred. That way they'll have to kill you quickly.
Come on, Jimmy, we go way back.
I know we go way back, but if I was to tell you, they'd take my kneecaps. I couldn't tell you that.
Man needs his kneecaps.
The man paid $1,000 for that dog, see?
$1,000. That's a high-priced pooch right there. Well, thank you, Jimmy, for all your help.
Oh, yeah.
He could tell he was getting nowhere fast. If Jimmy had already sold the dog, it would make this case take twice as long to track down the new owner.
My God. We've been doing this for 36 minutes. This case is taking forever. I hope it doesn't last more than an hour.
He was gonna have to resort to some new tactics. Maybe he should have gotten some of those GPS locators, those magnetic kind that you can order off Amazon in the spy section. Surely he could have attached one of those to someone's license plate and followed the car on one of those little maps on the internet as it drove around the city. That sure would have come in handy if he had just purchased one of those last week when he was looking them up. But they cost $45.99 and he only had $47. $47 and a couple of fresh chickens.
Well, that's one of the reasons I took this case, so I could buy one of those GPS trackers, lack on the car, and follow it around. Oh, well. Wait, I'm following a car. I don't recall. Yeah, I think we might have hit a dead end with this one. We gotta wrap up the case.
Oh, I was just waiting to see if you were gonna set up the next scene or if I needed to.
I don't know where
I'd given you a hint about something you could talk about.
Oh, the GPS tracker?
We'll try again. After just a few moments, he knew exactly what he needed to do. He needed to go where the police chief told him to go in the first place. To animal control.
Well, I guess I better head to animal control. Jimmy's a dead end. What's the location of that? I guess I could pull it up on Google. I should have purchased one of those GPS trackers.
He put the address of animal control into his GPS system on his Android telephone. Sure, he could have bought an iPhone, but Androids are so much cheaper, and they have better hardware to boot, and they're not quite so built-in obsolescent as the iPhone. I mean, that shyster really does try to trick you by putting out a new version once a year.
Glad I have an Android phone.
He pulled up to animal control, and he saw his dear old friend Tommy was at the counter.
Let's go. Come on, hurry. Yeah, don't knock, stand there.
Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
Oh, you know, it's another day here at Animal Control. Not so bad, I don't suppose. I only had to kill 3 or 4 of them yesterday.
Oh, man, it's rough. I hate it when pets don't get adopted. Everyone should adopt a pet.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bummer, but, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, sometimes those dogs are just downright mean, you know?
Well,
like, take old Rufus over there.
Rufus?
You can hear him in the cage, can't you?
Yeah. That looks a lot like this dog I'm looking for. I'm on a case.
It's a vicious little fucker.
I don't like the beady look in his eye.
Don't get close to that one. Don't get close to that one, I tell you. I gotta warn you now. He may be cute and cuddly, but you can hear him growling.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Just listen to him.
Please sedate him, and I'll return him to his owner. How much do I owe you to get him out of the clink?
What are you saying? You want to adopt one of the dogs?
Yeah.
I was just about to put this one down, though.
No, don't put it down sedated. I'm going to return this dog to its owner. His name is Rufus Rumpelskin.
Oh, really? Well, okay. Well, its collar does say Rufus on it right there, I suppose. Maybe,
Yeah. See, it matches this description, see?
Oh, I see, yeah.
This is my missing dog.
All right. Well, there's a $45 adoption fee, and
Okay.
if you can, just fill out this paperwork here. Now, we're
Okay.
gonna have to make sure that he's going to a good home, so... typically what we do is a week-long trial adoption period.
A week-long trial. Okay.
And then you bring the dog back and we see if you've been feeding it well. Now, do you have enough room for the dog in the household? Do you have a dedicated room for the dog?
I'm trying to return this dog to its owner, sir. He is ran away from home, and
well, in the meantime, we'll need to make sure that you have a dedicated room. Do you have a pet bed for the dog to lay in at night?
No, but I can probably get one.
Now, are you willing to pay for the mandatory spay and neuter fee? That's another $75 on top of the $45 adoption fee.
He's not spayed and neutered?
Well, you know, this is the city charges $75 on top of the adoption fee for each animal, just to make sure. And that goes towards, you know, it really helps out the whole community because it goes towards every dog.
Wow.
You know, you pay this small fee, and really you're helping to spay and neuter 10 to 75 other animals that might get adopted in the future.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good thing. You got to keep the streets free of these strays.
Oh yeah, they just fuck like rabbits out there if you don't keep them spayed and neutered. I mean, it's a travesty. Have you seen the number of stray cats outside of Zappito's Pizza?
Oh yeah, there's like 45 of them just laying around.
That's right.
Can't walk by that place without getting cat scratch fever.
Of course not, of course. Well, okay, let's see, what else?
I will definitely help to keep the stray population down here, $75.
Okay, great. Now, do you have a water bowl or proof that you've already purchased at least 6 months of food? Do you have a receipt?
Yeah, I don't have the receipt with me. I didn't realize I'd be needing a receipt.
Well, we just want to make sure that the animals are going to a good home, and those things include...
Well, I do have his favorite snack right here in this bag.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you have a small... Oh, I see. That's some fine lamb and rice gourmet dog food. Okay, well, I can tell he's going to go to a good home.
Yes.
This really does brighten my spirits. I'll tell you what. I mean...
I'm glad you don't have to put him down.
I was just not looking forward to another whining, crying animal. It really does hurt the soul. I think it's not good for anyone to kill these dogs. Now, of course, we will be having to put some cats down.
No one...
Oh, don't get so close to that cat cage. You can hear you've upset the cat now.
Yeah, excuse me, kitty.
Okay.
Don't play nice now.
It's much better. I mean, just...
Get away.
Whoa, what have you done?
No, whoa.
What?
I'm just standing here.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's just its mating call. It must have smelled your cologne. You smell so nice, and you have such a nice, sultry voice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, of course, here's your cat, and thanks for filling out the paperwork. Now, there will be a home visit coming up in a week, and we'll expect to see you then.
Greedy kitty litter.
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors. Just imagine this could be your advertisement. Please reach us at LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com to provide sponsorship. And now, back to the show.
Maxwell had solved the case yet again. He put the cat into a small cat carrier, and he put the dog into a larger dog carrier. He didn't realize that he had filled out the paperwork to adopt the cat as well as the dog, but the cat was just rubbing its rump all over his arm as he walked past the cage, so he couldn't resist taking it home. It'd been a long time since he'd had a lover, and as he had told the police chief, he really was looking for some companionship, so he felt he'd made the right decision. Just about then, the rain started back up and the streets were misty and foggy. He drove back to his detective agency where he knew he would just have to make one final call, and yet another case would be wrapped up in the books.
I gotta get both these pet carriers up 20 flights of stairs. It's just gonna take a minute. Well, the dog has a leash. I can walk him. I guess I can carry the cat. It's a long walk, don't you think, Houndy? Oh, excuse me. I'm not letting you out till we get into the apartment. I had to buy all this. I got 40 pounds of cat food and 50 pounds of dog food. A litter box. I got a lot of stuff to carry here. Just be patient, kitty. All right, here we go, guys.
Eddie, get out! Get out! I can't! My foot is caught! Help! Oh! No.
I finally made it to the office door.
I open the door. I look around.
All right, we're here. Okay, over here, kitty cat. You can go over here. Here you go, Rufus. I'm going to tie your leash to this table so you do not run away. Okay, now I'll make my way over here to the phone and I will call the client. What was her number? What was her name? Rufus? Yeah, well. Yes, ma'am. This is Cooper Maxwell. You hired me earlier today.
Oh, goodness! I've been so distraught. I've been sitting here by the telephone ever since I got home. Whatever's happened? It's been so long. It's been at least half an hour. Have you discovered anything? Have there been any...
Yes, ma'am. I have retrieved Rufus Rumbleskin for you. I have him right here in my office. Yes, most certainly. Please come get him. He does not get along with my cat.
It was just then he realized he probably should have mentioned that he had gotten a cat as well. What would the woman think about him getting a cat? What would the woman think about seeing her dog with such hideous marks on his face? It was clear that the dog hadn't been washed since it was sold by his friend Jimmy, the dog napper. He'd better give it a bath and quick.
I guess I gotta give this dog a bath before she comes here and gets it. Come on, Pooch. Come on, Rufus. Get over here. I'm gonna fill this sink up. You're pretty big, but I think you'll fit in the sink. Hold on, I'll get you. Okay, over here, scrub. Okay, wait, hold on, Rufus. I know. No dog likes baths. All right, quit splashing around, sir. Pup. It's easy. Here, I'm gonna get you wet now. Get you a little. Oh yeah, get right here behind you with a little scrub. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. That's it. Oh yeah, you like that? You like that spot? Yeah, good boy. Okay. Now I'll rinse you off. Okay, get down. Let me find a towel and dry you off. Don't shake like that. You're getting water everywhere. The whole office is soaked. Now, where's the towel? that was a lot of water. I didn't think the sink was that big. All right, here's a towel. More water, huh? Yeah, full of it. Oh my goodness. The floor's soaked. I'm standing in a puddle. I hope that lady comes soon. I will mop this water up. Where's my mop?
After rubbing the dog down with towels for just a couple of minutes, he heard a knock on the front door, and the handle jiggled like it did before. He realized he was certainly gonna have to let this woman back in. She clearly did not have the presence of mind to work a common doorknob.
I'm coming. Hello.
Oh, Maxwell! Oh, you're so handsome! You're such a wonderful man! You've returned my dog to me! It's so wonderful!
Just doing my job,
I never
ma'am.
thought I would see him again. I clearly didn't. Oh, you're so wonderful! And look, here, I've brought the chickens that I was supposed to give to you.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, they're already fried. Oh, thank you very much. I hope they're seasoned properly. Oh.
No, I didn't fry them, but I could fry them. Would you like me to fry them? Sure, I could.
No, it's not necessary. I'll have my
You
secretary.
can see they're still alive here.
Oh, you brought live chickens. I thought I asked you to
Yes,
bring
now
me.
they may sound like Eastern whippoorwills, but no, they are chickens. I promise you that.
I don't think. Oh, I will take your word for it,
finest
ma'am.
little
They're
chickens.
fat.
The finest little
It's
chickens.
got to weigh at least 4 pounds, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Clearly it's 4 pounds of chicken. Okay, well, thank you. It's been so wonderful to do business with you.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
I said yes, ma'am. Thank you very
Was
much.
there something else that you needed?
No, ma'am. You have your puppy. I have my payment. You may return home and enjoy your evening with your dog.
Okay.
It's just another day.
Have a wonderful tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'll tell all my friends and family about you.
Thank you.
You're the most wonderful detective.
That's right.
You're the most wonderful detective.
Thank you very much. Don't forget to mention Maxwell Cooper, pet detective. Always here to help. Guess I'm gonna have to name this damn cat. Another job well done, another satisfied client, another case closed.
Another job well done. Another satisfied client. We thank you, dear listener, for playing a part in another episode of Maxwell Cooper, Private Dick. Come back and listen to the podcast again in the future. Find us on all the social medias. We'll always be one of the friends here on the one and only Lion Goat Podcast Network.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
That was fun. Thank you for playing.
We would love to receive your feedback, your improvisation suggestions, your questions for advice, and your musical compositions for response. Please email us or send us a voicemail. Our address is LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com. Like, review, subscribe, and contact us on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, and YouTube @LionGoatPodcast. Please subscribe to this podcast. We are available on Spotify and anchor.fm/LionGoatPodcast. Please tell all your friends, enemies, and any strangers to listen to our podcast. Text-to-speech services were provided by freetts.com and readloud.net. Additional sound effects were provided by freesound.org. Abbott Costello's The Payphone sketch was used to educate the modern listener about the history of a great act. The sketch remains the property of its copyright holders. We claim no ownership rights. This clip was found on the Short Clips 501 site in the community video section of archive.org, which claims Creative Commons and fair use copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Other advertisements and music were provided by the Internet Archive collection of the Armed Forces Radio Service, and other original music for today's show was composed, performed, and recorded by the excellent musicians at Hairline Productions. Today's show was edited, produced, and recorded by the world's greatest sound designers and engineers at Hairline Productions. Please like their content on SoundCloud.